YouTube, what's going on? We have a casualty here, but that's all right. It's still an awesome car. 1 to 24 scale M2 Datsun 510 Bluebird. Let's start with these wheels. Yokohama Advan. This thing is just killer. Check out that stance on this thing. I don't collect this scale. This is the one car, and I will get the 240 and the Hako when they come out in the 1 to 24 scale. I will be getting those as well. The only other large scale cars that I have are the Maisto. I have a Maisto 1 to 18 scale GTR and a Maisto 1 to 18 scale Lamborghini Diablo and a 1 to 18 scale 1971 Datsun 240. And then I have the black Advan, the cream colored stock, and the blue of this, as well as now getting the orange one. So I do prefer the M2 1 to 24 scale to the Maisto 1 to 18. I think 1 to 24 is a really good scale to collect in. And I've actually thought about going to 1 to 43 because there's a lot of really nice stuff in 1 to 43. But the detail on this thing is very impressive. All right, let's see what we can do here. So there's your front end, transparent lens, headlights. Sorry for the shaky camera here. I have to be careful opening this because of this side view. I don't want to tear the other one off. But engine detail. Got those seats. And then these do have the opening trunk on the back. If you can do it without breaking the tail light off. Got the little keyhole. And they do have transparent lens tail lights as well. So these retail at Walmart for $19.99. Very, very cool. Got the roll cage in there. So I dig that one quite a bit. Now, I'm going to show you guys this little plot of dirt for a minute, whilst I set up a few other cars that we're going to take a look at here. So in case you didn't notice, I did get a little bit of work done on the diorama. Not much. I just got the road painted. I still have a lot to do, but I will continue working on it tomorrow. So a brand I've been very critical of is M2. But that's not to say that I don't have any. I do have a few here with the 1955 Chevy, This one came in the acrylic. Actually, all of these came in acrylics except for one, and that one came in an auto lift. This one came in an acrylic, and it's supposed to have white wall tires, but only 3 of the 4 tires had white walls, so I flipped the white walls around. And frankly, I like it better with the black wall tires. Now the 58 Impala here, I do like better with the white wall. And that is a really nice 58 Impala tooling. It does have lensed headlights, painted tail lights. It's an older cast line. But there's the 58. My favorite Chevy tooling from M2 is this 1954. And I like this one better with the white walls as well. This one's quite dusty, needs to be cleaned off. But I really like this casting. I wish that they would put this out as an auto driver so I could get a clean version of it without the opening doors. There's your engine. $1954. And we have this, which I don't even know what this is. 1950 Oldsmobile police car. I like that blowhorn there, the siren horn. Very delicate piece, you got to be careful with that. This is another really cool casting here. Surprisingly, all of these roll really well. Here's my favorite muscle car tooling that they have. This Ford Torino. It's got a great stance. It's got great lines. This particular release, I really dig the detail. These wheels and tires. This is the Super Snake. Or no, the Twister. Got really nice engine detail. Now this one has been put out in the auto drivers without the opening doors. So I do want to find a nice version of that. I don't know why, but I really do like this one. I don't think the camera does this any justice. Because of all of these, this one right here probably displays the nicest out of all the domestic castings. It's another really nice roller. And then I like these a lot too. This is the Ford Falcon Club Wagon. Now, these are not the stock wheels that came on this. I put those on just to give it a little bit more sporty look. Pretty cool little van casting. All painted detail though, no lensed headlights or tail lights. There's that. This is one of my all-time favorite M2 castings, only with the lifted suspension though. I do not like these stock F100s. To me, they have to have this lifted suspension. And when they do, they look awesome. really nice detail on this truck. This one also has lensed headlights. And then one of their newest trucks, if not their newest truck, is this one here. This one was disappointing. It was disappointing for me, because I really like the truck, but I just can't believe they didn't put lensed headlights on this thing. It would have been the easiest casting in the world to do it on. Or if you are going to paint them, at least do like a lens tampo instead of this ugly silver that just doesn't look good when these die-cast companies do a solid silver color. This is based off of an actual truck. I know it's kind of goofy looking the way the cab has the step-ups, but look it up. It is based on an actual truck. It's pretty awesome. It's a beast of a truck. It's a beast of a casting. So there's that one. Here's that same truck with a different bed on it. This is the stake bed truck, which looks good, but the stake bed needs to be weathered. And the truck could probably use to be weathered as well. These came out in the same release. And then now we get to my favorites. Probably a lot of collectors' favorites. So here's the 1/64 scale Datsun. This is the 1600 SSS, but more commonly known as the 510 Bluebird. Now, this car here, I did a wheel swap. Those are actually green light wheels and tires. And the rear axle rolls perfect. Actually rolls really nice. The front axle, not so much. It does roll, but not great. But it's a price I'm willing to pay because I don't play with them, and on display this thing looks absolutely killer with these wheels and tires. And it really doesn't matter which angle you look at it from. Like, to me, this is one of the nicest wheel swaps I think I've ever seen. And if you're wondering, which greenlight casting these wheels came from, unfortunately, it's not an easy one to find. You might be able to find them on a different casting, but I don't know of any other toolings that had them. There might be a Volkswagen Beetle, but sorry. I got them off of the Volkswagen Type 2 pickup from, it was one of the dioramas. It was a Texaco truck. I don't think it was a Texaco diorama, though. But, yeah, I mean, it definitely, it's worth it because it looks really good. And I'm sure some of you that have more skill than I do could work it out so that you have more room in the front to make it a rolling car. So there's that. Here's one, basically the same color. This is the Skyline. This is from Auto Japan. Is it 2 or 3? I don't know. This one is not, it has the Yokohama tires on it, which do not come. They don't come on this car. It just comes with Blackwall tires. But I had these as extras from the model kit. So, so I threw them on here. This is a cool car here. The Hakosuka Skyline. You know what I realized too? They put this Hakosuka out how many times? So you had 2 in each 6-car release, and there's been 3 of those. So there's 6. Then they had an auto lift, which would be 7. And then they've had the 2 Miho exclusives. So it's been out 9 times. Of the 9, I have 8 of them. But only one does not have the lowered base. And I just realized that the other day when I was looking at them. The first civilian model that came out, that yellowish orange color, that's the only one that does not have this lowered base on it. So I'm really hoping that M2 takes on the Ken Mary Skyline. I really want them to do a Ken Mary. That right there. It's a nice looking little ride. And then another one that I brought out. Another wheel swap here. This one is a much better roller than the blue one. But the blue one looks a lot better. This one here comes stock with the black wheels. But I put these gold ones on it. I had these left over from that new Datsun 240Z model kit. But you guys be the judge. Which one do you think looks better? The Advan or that one? You know what I should do? I should do a base swap and put those ones on that car. So, anyways, that's not my entire M2 collection. That's probably not even half of it. Although, every car that I have left that's not been shown here in this video, they're all Auto Japan, except one. So, the vast majority of what I do collect from M2 is Auto Japan. But every now and then, like when they put a car out like this or something out like that, I will buy those. But for the most part, I do not buy M2. The other one that's not seen here is a it's like a 59 Cadillac, but that'll be shown in an upcoming video. So there you go, M2. I know a lot of people collect M2. A lot of people don't like it when I get critical of M2 because my overall opinion of M2 is not a good one. I don't think that they're a great brand for 1 to 64 scale. For 1 to 24 scale, I think they are a great brand, and I think it's a good value to get a car like this with this amount of detail for $20. I think is more than fair. But for the 1 to 64 scale stuff, I'm just not there's a couple of issues. The biggest issue is the build quality, all the extra pieces, so you always have parts falling off. So that's the biggest issue. And then the second biggest issue for me is these opening doors. I just can't stand 1/64 scale cars that have opening doors. It's too small of a scale. You know, and it's one thing if you're doing it as a play toy, but when you're doing it to replicate a car as a model, you shouldn't have opening doors, in my opinion, in that scale, because it really takes away from the authenticity of the look of the car. So I really like the fact that the Auto Japan cars, none of them have opening doors. I'm pretty happy about that. Greenlight is still my brand. As well as all the premium import stuff. I saw a video on YouTube earlier today. I don't even remember who did it, but the guy had like 160,000 subs. And he did a comparison between Matchbox and Hot Wheels. He took 5 Matchbox cars and took 5 similar Hot Wheels cars and raced them and talked about the build quality and the detail. And he rated Hot Wheels better on every single category. I'm like, dude, you are out of your mind. He's like, Matchbox just feel cheaper than Hot Wheels in the hand. Their wheels have more play. The proportions aren't as good on the Matchbox as they are on the Hot Wheels. Like, he was saying some crazy stuff, and I disagreed on every single point. For licensed models, Matchbox smashes Hot Wheels. I don't even think it's close. And that's not to say that Hot Wheels does put out some nice licensed models from time to time, because they do. But overall, as a whole, I think Matchbox is much better. So, anyways, there you go. You can see I got the road repainted. I'm going to try to get some weathering done to it. And my small layout with the cement road, if any of you are on Instagram, that is available for sale or trade. I'm looking for $40 shipped, US only, or trade. So if you're looking for something to display your cars on or to take photographs, then that is available. It can be seen in some of my videos from like the last week, if you're wondering what it is. It would be really good if you're looking for something to photograph your cars on. And, you know, those aren't things, you know, you can't just go to eBay to buy stuff like that. You can't just go to the store to buy stuff like that. So, if any of you are interested, take advantage. It has a real cement road and some fairly decent detail. I've got a lot of other detailing I have to do to this. I just wanted to get the road out of the way. So, tomorrow I will work on the terrain and hopefully get it finished up. So there you go, M2. Thank you, everybody, as always. And I will holler at you all at the next video. This car right here is a doozy. Who knows what kind of car that is?